Hello and welcome back, everyone, to our Magic the Gathering set explorations on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we're going to be doing something slightly different. We've done theme decks before, but we're going back to a much older set in order to explore, well, Time Spiral. The reason why we're going through Time Spiral is because I'm actually sick of losing, so I decided to go with an extremely popular archetype that I hope I'll be able to play with relatively well, despite the fact that I've never touched them before. Slivers. So yeah, that is why I picked Time Spiral theme decks, because this way we get to show off what the theme decks of the set want to do, because the set itself is a bit big at 300 fucking cards. And we also get to show off, what the primary gimmick for Time Spiral was, namely the Time Spiraling cards themselves, as well as the blending of the block in its entirety, because that's what it wanted to do, at the very least for a Cloud side. My side is mostly, is showing off all the really cool slivers that were here, and even though a lot of these slivers are no longer seeing all that much play because we have just literally better retrains of them later on, these are still really goddamn cool cards, and I've been, jonesing for good archetypes. So that's what we're doing.
We're jonesing.
Mr. Cloud, what is the thing that you are going to be running? Because your archetype is focused around a keyword as opposed to a card type.
Yep, so I am running Reality Fracture. It is a pre-built deck that is based on the Suspend keyword. Suspend allows you to not cast cards but exile them with time counters on them, and then when the last time counter is removed, you either cast the spell if it's a non-creature, or the creature enters the battlefield from exile with haste, which makes them pretty powerful. However, because of the delay in getting cards out, it puts my deck at significant risk early game, but we will see if Gridek can mount the forces in order to answer my time-traveling warriors.
More than likely not, because although my slivers are really good, a lot of my bigger field buffs are on a higher CMC. But that is the hope that we're trying to. That is the hope, All right then.
You see, Marty, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler.
Let us begin.
Yes.
And it's roll die.
I do like that because we're using pre-built decks, this is no longer a matter of just one player building a more consistent build than the other, that it is going to come down to execution and maybe finally updating my card set so that it will remember that mulligan means put 7 cards in my hand without me having to draw each individual card. It looks to me that I actually have to mulligan this hand because
I already did my one mulligan.
I only drew 1 land card, which is not conducive to success. Shuffle and draw 7. This hand I will keep. I'm going to use a house mulligan.
Okay.
Alright, Greta has the option.
Alright. I'm going to start with a gemstone mine. I believe this is 3 mining counters. And with that, I will end.
I'm going to play Disneyland Theme Park. It enters the battlefield with 3 Mickey Mouse counters. What do? Only the Disney theme park can tell you that.
Well, I can actually tap it to remove a Disney Park theme counter in order to generate 1 House of Mouse mana token. And that mana token generates exactly 1 colored mana of my choice. And then it is sacrificed.
House of Mouse. I love it. I'm going to put down a mountain, and I'm going to start suspending. Keldon Halberdier is now exiled with 4 suspend counters.
Okay, then.
And I will end my turn.
Alright, then.
You can see it coming.
Alright, I'm going to put down a plains. Let's see here. Alright, I'm going to spend... Do I have to spend this in order to even generate mana? Yeah, I have to... Okay. So, I'm going to minus a counter from Gemstone Mine in order to add a red mana so I can play the 2-headed sliver. All my slivers now have menace. Maha.
Yes.
And I will end.
I believe one slight change that they made for sliver cards that come after this is that they omit the word all.
No, they do not.
They don't. Really,
They do not. Predatory Sliver, which is the big one that I know of, still gives all slivers globally +1/+1.
Okay, I am going to suspend. Well, first, subject of suspend, remove a counter from the halberdier. Time counters, time spiral. I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to put another card on suspend, the Riftwing Cloudskate.
Okay.
This one only gets suspend 3.
But that means you're going to open the board with fucking 6 damage on board. Oy. 2 of it in the air.
Hell yes.
Alright, draw.
And I also have bounce a permanent to its owner's hand when the Riftwing Cloudskate enters the battlefield.
Yeah. Alright, gonna put down a plains, and I'm gonna swing at you for 1.
1 is dealt. I can't block it.
And yeah, I'll end.
Upkeep time. Both of my cards lose counters. Draw a card. Any card. If you dare. I'm going to put down an island, and I'm going to put another creature on suspend. The Deep Sea Kraken.
Kraken.
This one has a whopping suspend of 9. However, whenever an opponent casts a spell, if the Deep Sea Kraken is suspended, take a time counter off of it. Your turn.
Kraken is one of the 2 big ones that I was worried about.
I mean, you're never going to pay 10 for it.
Okay. That's a mountain. Alright, so I'm going to spend 4. Remove a counter in order to cast the Bone Splitter Sliver. Now all my slivers gain +2/+0.
Damn. That's going to hurt.
It's increased power and increased power and increased power and increased power. Okay, and now I will swing at you for 3 with Menace.
Yes, now it kicks in that because I'm suspending everything, that I can't stop the damage early game.
Alright, and I will end.
Asymmetrical timings. Also, because you casted a spell during your last turn, Deep Sea Kraken is less a counter. Beginning of my upkeep, all of my suspended permanents lose a time counter. Draw a card. Thinking. Yes, very thinking.
The most amount of thinking.
I am going to pay 1 and then... Well, wait, actually, no, I have to make my land play first. First, I'm going to put down a mountain. Then I'm going to pay 1 blue and then pay 3 for a buyback.
Alright, allowing you to effectively double cast.
Clock spinning.
Clock spinning.
Because time, my friends, is very important. It never stops. Except, of course, when you wind the clock back and all of reality with it. I'm going to remove a time counter from the Riftwing Cloudskate. When the last time counter is removed, I get to play from exile with haste.
Yep.
And because I played for the buyback cost, clock spinning goes back to my hand instead of hitting the graveyard.
And then Riftwing's ETB trigger happens.
I'm going to target your bone splitter sliv shitter.
Alright then. Power toughness. Reset.
And now I'm going to go on combat step, swinging to you, 2 in the air with haste.
Alright, I'll take 2.
Hell yeah. Alright, now the games are in full swing.
I've been waiting for that one for quite a bit, actually. But to cast it, okay, yeah. Gonna have to spend 2 in order to cast the Gemhide Sliver. And my Gemstone Mine goes to the grave because I no longer have counters on it. I'm going to swing you for 1 with Menace.
1 with Menace, heard. All my potential blockers are tapped, so I cannot elect blockers. I take 1 damage.
Alright, and I end.
Well, you got your ramp sliver up just in time, it seems. Just in... Oh, these puns crack me up. The last time counter is off of the Keldon Halberdier. It enters the battlefield with haste. He's a 4-1 with first strike. I'm going to open with an island. Then I am going to pay... hang on. The printing on this is not very nice, so I have to use Cockatrice's just standard size font so I can read what the hell this creature does. Yeah, but the thing is I can't do that this turn, so I'm going to not do that. Instead, I'm going to pay 1 to cast and 3 for buyback. Going to clock spin again. This time I'm going to choose the Deep Sea Kraken. Deep Sea Kraken loses a time counter. It's got 4 left. Clock spinning goes back to my hand. And I'm going to swing at you.
Alright.
For 6. 2 in the air and 4 with first strike.
Alright, I'll take 6, bringing me down to 12.
I will end my turn. I have just taken the lead. It feels good.
Okay. Well, that is something that I need. Alright, I'm going to spend 4 in order to cast the Bone Splitter Sliver. Meaning all my slivers gain power and toughness 2. And, there. There we are. Okay. And I'm going to swing at you for 6.
Except for the Bone Splitter because precisely.
I did not mean to have him get tapped.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I understood what you were doing. You were using Drag and Drop. I'm down to 9 health points.
Alright, and with that, I will end.
Alright, now the Deep Sea Kraken is soon to awaken. We must release the Kraken. Draw a card. Okay. How about a little insurance? I'm going to pay 1. No buyback this time. Clock spin. Remove a time counter from the Deep Sea Kraken, so it's only got 1 left. Alright, so that happened. And then I'm going to pay 4 to cast Empty the Warrens with Storm.
Okay.
Creates 2 1/1 red goblin creatures, and then I copy this effect for every spell that I cast before this turn, which is 1.
Alright, so you gain 4 1/1 goblins. Alright.
Now go into combat step, swing 2 in the air, 4 with first strike.
Yeah, I have to take that, but that means that's game. Damn. Oh, I am down to 6.
Alright, turn is yours.
Alright then. Just how poorly game is this, Mr. the Gurdette? Quite poorly, in fact. Gonna put down a forest, then I'm gonna spend 6 in order to cast my Fury Sliver, which means all my slivers have double strike, but without trample it doesn't fucking matter. Ahem.
And also, because you just casted a spell, you've just awoken the Kraken.
Yes. Now, thankfully, your Kraken is actually a vanilla monster, right?
It's a vanilla that can't be blocked.
Oh, okay, so it can't be blocked. But yeah, that is going to be game. All right, I end.
Really? You're not going to attack?
I don't have a reason to. I can't kill you.
Uh-huh. Well, then you lose. Swing with the Kraken with unblockable.
Oh, that's right. He is unblockable, and I don't have anything to counter that. Okay, I am down to 0 life.
And the first game goes to
Mr. the Cloud
the author
person.
of this deck, who is not me. GG.
All right, on to R2. All right, so we're back after our first game. We actually had a failed take in between these, and I choose to acknowledge that because, you know, it is important for me to be able to acknowledge that during editing. And, you know, sometimes I want to acknowledge that on camera as well, because I'm just that terrible of a person. We ready, Mr. Cloud?
We're ready.
All right then. Cloud is up 1 game, and it is my turn to decide who goes first. I will choose to go first. Oh.